Hey, Briana.
Tailgating in a college town? Let's see what it takes to put on the perfect tailgate.
It was cold. It was like 31 degrees, freezing, but we still tailgated.
Greg Phillips got his start with Oregon football as a center and guard from 1987 to 1991. After leaving the area for medical school, he found his way back to Oregon in 2007, where he's continued his involvement with the football program.
This is Michael, I think probably since about 2010, somewhere in there. But he's been doing it for a long time, right? And so his dad had a construction company and they would take care of this property, and that's how we ended up getting these spots. We've been doing this for a long time. While
tailgating may be a single-day affair, the preparation is a multi-day process.
I start getting things set up. Last night I started getting things set up, and then today and then tomorrow I have to take care of the tailgate, so it's a whole weekend thing.
A weekend where lifelong friends come together for football. Lifelong friends that put together the perfect tailgate every home game, rain or shine.
Aha! There you go, go Ducks. We don't come early, but we definitely have to take into account the weather. I have a heater at home that I bring, and then I have a giant Easy Up that I put up over here. We have to make sure that our electronics don't get wet. But then also all of the people that come to our tailgates, nobody wants to get wet.
And whether or not there's rain in the forecasts, I learned there's always cold beer on tap. The tea is homemade. And it's always a fun time, both in and outside Autzen Stadium on game days.
All right.
And we're ready.
Serving up.
Serving.
Here you
Thank
go.
you. Thank you.
Cheers.
Yeah, appreciate it.
And well, if you are headed out to Autzen Stadium or even further north into Corvallis for the Oregon State game, here's a look at what you can expect as far as that forecast is concerned. Going to start off the morning with some patchy fog once again, but by the early morning hours, could see the occasional shower pushing its way through, and then really seeing the potential for increased showers come kickoff for Oregon. Oregon State might be ending that game by then, but needless to say, still going to have the occasional cloud coverage managing to make its way through, moving past into Sunday early morning with more of that rain managing to make its way through heading into the start of the weekend. Now, by the time we head into your Sunday afternoon, really any rain that does manage to make its way in won't make such a drastic impact. We're talking rain totals less than 1/10 of an inch throughout the southern Willamette Valley, but the real impact comes Sunday into Tuesday and even through Wednesday as well. So looking at what to expect for that kickoff time, we'll start to see the increased cloud coverage by around 2 o'clock. 4 o'clock, the occasional shower throughout the area for Autzen Stadium, and really seeing the potential for showers increasing by 6 and 8 p.m. Meanwhile, over at Research Stadium, kickoff a little earlier at 12:30. Could see a little bit more of those showers really towards the later half of the game, towards the end when you manage to head on home. Now, we still got a couple games in the season for both the Oregon Ducks and even for the Beavers. So while we've got about 2 more weekends in store and you want to go out and set out that tailgate, you've got 2 weekends to do that for more home games. That's this weekend and even come towards the end of the month against the Washington Huskies. For over in Corvallis for Research Stadium, if you're a fan of the Beavers, then you've got 2 home games as well. That's one tomorrow and then the next one right before we head into your Thanksgiving week. Now, looking at the next 7 days, we're definitely going to continue to see the potential for showers increasing well throughout Saturday and even into Sunday. Come Monday and Tuesday, hanging on tight to that rain and going to see a little bit more of that accumulation continuing to push its way throughout the southern Willamette Valley all throughout the next couple of days. By Thursday, we could see the potential for decreasing showers in those early morning hours, but needless to say, we are looking to have a rather easy start to your Saturday early morning. Those showers, of course, like I mentioned, going to be increasing, but if you are headed out to either Autzen Stadium, you know what they say, it never rains in Autzen Stadium, and there is a high likely chance of that actually taking place, even though satellite radar kind of showing us a little bit of activity sneaking its way through.
Yeah, it certainly should be interesting as we head into the weekend. I mean, the hope is we can get the game in before the rain hits,
exactly.
of course. That would be our best case scenario. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, you think about this time of year, and tailgating is such a key part of it.
It is. And, you know, that's exactly what Greg told me. He said that despite having rain in the forecast, he's got an Easy Up to help protect everyone that goes to the tailgates. And when it's really cold, I mean, he said last time they went to that Civil War game, it was 31 degrees, and he had heaters all around that tent. Everyone was packed in, and it was still some fun, but it was a cold one. So rain or shine, or even near freezing temperatures, nothing stops our tailgaters.
Absolutely. Got to bring your own weather sometimes.
Exactly.
It sounds like nice stuff. Thank you, Briana.